I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Our skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we keep going through our Thursday morning. A few little downpours also making their way onshore, but most of us still staying dry for that morning drive in. Temperatures are going to be warming back to about 90 for the afternoon, feeling close to 100 with the humidity. We'll see a few inland storms lingering late in the day. We are hotter and drier heading into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, our grief is unique. But you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call our 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
What the Florida is sponsored by FAMU's MMERI. Educate, Learn, Talk.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. Or $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword credit at realradio921.com. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Franny, okay? You pulling something out? What's happening?
I am.
Like, wow. I was like, this is impressive.
I had a cord stuck somewhere.
I was like, it's like when you go fishing and you pull up the thing, you see what you got. I'm like, wow, what is she going to pull out? It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Dominic is on jury duty. I know management says they hope he gets a trial for 6 months, but we'll see what happens. Just repeating what I hear. Jason's in the house.
Yo, what's up, guys?
He's doing a lot today. He's going to even do more. He's going to just stick around. He's going to do all weekend. He's just going to be doing everything.
Nonstop. Remember the Love Docs marathons?
Oh, my God.
We're going to do a 4.5-day marathon. How about that?
Oh, that's crazy. Franny's in the house.
Hi, what's up?
And Franny, you got a funny text you want to read?
47142 started off with Real Radio. I love you guys because you're funny. And it says, I'm not trying to start any trouble, but I just heard that Jason's wife went to Coldplay concert with Dominic 8 years ago. They weren't on the Kiss Cam, so.
No, Jay?
I mean, he could be so lucky.
He is out of work today. It is time for some Florida stories.
Oh, yeah, here's a button. Oh, wait, there's another thing. Oh, yeah, okay, here you go. There it is. Yeah.
Florida.
Thank you.
Florida.
Do you miss Dom yet?
Did you say no?
Florida. Still no.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Oh, a dirty dog. I hate these stories. Well, an Illinois mother's tip that a man was messaging her daughter, and I'm talking her 12-year-old daughter, led to the arrest of a Fort Pierce City commissioner on allegations that he sent the young girl nude pictures and asked her to do the same.
Terrible.
St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office took 2nd District Commissioner James Taylor into custody this morning on 24 felony counts, including sending materials harmful to children, buy electronic equipment, lewd computer, solicitation of a child, and sending obscenity to a minor. They said the sheriff's office said the 12-year-old girl's mother reached out to police back in 2024 about a Snapchat message sent by an adult to her daughter. The conversation turned explicit. The statement continued, and the adult allegedly sent several nudes. So it took that long. I mean, this since 2024, August of 2024, to finally arrest this guy. They did trace the messages to St. Lucie County and contacted the Crime Against Children unit, and after investigation, they busted this Taylor dude. So, yuck, lock him up for a long time.
Yep.
Then, next up in your What the Florida, St. Petersburg Police Department says Victor Love, he's not very loving because he stabbed his buddy. This dude, 63, rode to the victim's house, 3:30 in the morning, starts yelling outside the bedroom window. Then he punched through the window and stabbed the victim in the hand. Wow. They said, well, at least it was a hand, but still sucks. They said that they've been longtime acquaintances. They don't know exactly why.
Coldplay.
Investigators say yes. The victim ran to a neighbor's house while Love continued beating him with a crowbar.
Oh, my God.
Right?
Damn.
Love, they said, was arrested after they found him hiding in a backyard close by. The victim went to the hospital and has since been released. He will be okay. Then finally here in your What the Florida, man, we say when you're walking your dog, probably don't do it next to a body of water.
What the hell? Everybody, you heard this for years.
A woman is recovering from injuries after an alligator bit her and pulled her underwater. They said that this happened in Martin County. 27-year-old victim and her boyfriend. They said that they had their boat out South Fork River. Debbie say the victim and her dog were hanging out. And she went around and she's just walking around with her dog. And then they went into the water waist deep when a gator bit the woman's hand and wrist. And they said briefly pulled her under. Thank God they said it released her.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Again, but we've said a million times, it goes back to years ago, one of our bosses, it happened to his dog at PGA.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Honda this year, which is not the Honda.
The Cognizant.
Yeah.
They were everywhere.
Me and you were walking. I never saw so many alligators in my life.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking less than 5 feet away from us.
It was crazy.
It was nuts. But yeah, the victim's boyfriend took her to a nearby boat ramp where she received medical attention before being flown to the hospital. They responded, the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation, and began searching for the gator. They said, as of this morning, it's not known whether it's been trapped or not. So maybe, just maybe, if you're hanging out, where did I say this was? South Fork River,
yeah.
Yep, in Palm City. You might be careful because there's a gator there that's got a taste for blood. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show. Florida stories are unique, crazy, and different, sort of like my dating life. Jace, who do we have on hold?
Let's go with Will in West Palm Beach.
Hello, Will. What's happening?
How you doing, guys?
Great, Will.
I am calling regarding the Coldplay conspiracy.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about a conspiracy.
What's the conspiracy?
Yeah, let us know.
Well, it's not a conspiracy. Maybe I mischose the word, but what I mean is the reason why Coldplay has so much, they're getting so much flack.
Well, not flack. It's just, it seems like people want them more and want to be at the concerts more.
Okay, so what happened is Coldplay is like there's two stories to Coldplay.
Okay.
A lot of people, including myself, I've gone to 4 of their concerts. I used to be, they were arguably my top 5 favorite bands of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you open with albums with, Parachutes and, a Rush of Blood to the Head, which is two probably if you really listen to those albums, it's probably the 2 greatest albums, arguably one of the, top 20 albums of the last 20 years. And then X and Y was a great, a good album, a solid album. And then it just seems like they sold out.
Why is that? Why do you think they sold out?
I just think that the music changed.
Okay.
Music changed. I really do.
Because I don't think when you hear sellout too, you also you think a lot of time too these bands get a ton of radio play and you can't get away from them. I feel like Coldplay does get some, but I also kind of feel like they are one of those cult kind of bands.
Yeah, you have to also understand the industry. My dad was in the industry for years. A lot of times the record labels, which I just saw it with a Billy Joel documentary, they come to you and they're like, hey, you got to change your music. We got to get more hits. We got to get more stuff mainstream. And sometimes that happens, and sometimes the group pushes back and says, no, we're not gonna. But then the other times, they
did that.
Yeah, and
I don't think they did that.
Okay, well, you don't know. I'm just giving you a perhaps because you're saying they sold out.
I understand. And I did see the Billy Joel documentary. But I'm just coming from a music purist. I love music. I'm sure, you guys do as well. Those 2 albums were like, when you shoot high, I mean, it's not like they're starving. They're not looking they're not asking for handouts. I mean, this is a very successful group.
Yeah.
They're selling out stadiums. They're doing what they do, and people love it, and they'll pay, high prices for it. I'm just saying, from a musical standpoint, if you listen to those first 2 to 3 albums, and you listen to the rest, it's night and day.
I would argue that in the respect that if their musicality has not decreased, it has not changed.
Big word.
And everybody when they got their favorite band, it's those first handful of albums that they always kind of stick to, right?
Of course.
And then the albums
That's how
that
I am.
you're always holding them in high esteem.
Yep.
You're setting the bar with those albums, right? Meanwhile, these other albums come out, get newer generations of listeners to them, get newer generations of fans. And the other thing with Coldplay, they crossed over and did a K-pop thing, and I'm sure that kind of stuck in your craw, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they did
Oh,
that.
yeah, they had a huge hit 2 years ago that
No
came
idea.
out, and it was a K-pop hit. And I can't remember the name of the band that they did it with off the top of my head because I'm not really into K-pop. But that said, the song was catchy. It got radio play. It got mass appeal, and it's a business, and they know what they're doing. And even though it is a commercially successful song, it's still a good song. They can be one and the same.
Yeah, but how is this tied to what you opened up the conversation with? What you said, it's a conspiracy. That's what I'm trying to.
Well, I thought I thought you were when I was listening to your show, I was like kind of confused. I understand about the wife. It was like some guy got caught
cheating
with like cheating.
Mm-hmm.
So and then Coldplay, and then I kind of got the a whiff of where you guys were saying, why are they hating on Coldplay for that?
No, we didn't say hating at all. We said why are they? Everybody wants to go, and it's
No, but what we were saying is that yes, during it you did see some memes. They were just like, "Are you more mad that your husband cheated, or that they went to a Coldplay concert?" So Coldplay is they're getting jabs here and there with this whole thing, and that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, but Will, you've been a Coldplay fan for a long time. You've seen them getting jabbed at for a long time as well. They're very similar to Nickelback in that instance, right? Think back to I can't even remember the name of the Seth Rogen movie that was out 15, 20 years ago, and I'll just do the quote. You know how I know that you're good because you listen to Coldplay. Whatever. It's silly. That's been a joke for a long time.
But I mean, can you really? I'm going to ask your opinions. If you guys are Coldplay, fans, would you say that Parachutes and a Rush of Blood to the Head is masterpieces, and then everything else is kind of like, wow, what happened to them? I love listening to music. I'm a musician myself. And then I really got it left like a bitter taste in my mouth. How much they what you said, they bought into the, hey, you need a change, or you need to do this, or we need to get more of your songs on the radio, and they basically corrupted a beautiful band that had so much, and it still does.
Will, it happens to just about every band out there.
It does. And I can't give you an honest opinion because I'm not a super Coldplay fan, so I'm not really familiar with their albums. But like I said, I'm sure you're not the only one who's on this island.
I thought Coldplay was a bad roulettesman. It's a Coldplay. No numbers going
Yes, Will.
Franny, listen to Parachutes.
Okay.
And then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't even have to touch your radio. You just listen to it. You never have to skip a song. It's absolutely a masterpiece. It was their first album, and then if you want to listen to the Rush of Blood to the Head, you'll have songs in there that are you're really gonna understand where I'm coming from.
All right, we appreciate the call, bro, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to everyone.
Thank you. I need it. I need luck.
You got it made. Who do we got next?
I can't tell if Papa in North Carolina or Pops in North Carolina if this is still him or not, but let's check and find out, shall we? Pops, you there?
Hey!
Ah, Pops, what's going on?
How the heck's everybody doing, huh?
We're doing great, Pops. How about you, buddy? It's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm living a life of Riley.
Pat, nice.
You know that. I spent 4th of July weekend down at the Outer Banks celebrating my birthday with a buddy of mine.
Nice. Happy belated.
Thank you. And then just kind of been doing my own little thing. I picked me up a little John boat. I'm going to work on this winter. I'm finally going to get my shoulder surgery a week from tomorrow.
All right, well, that'll work out.
Taken care of. Yeah. Third time's a charm. Me, I don't care. One way or another.
That's it. Great, Pops. Your attitude's perfect.
We've always loved your outlook in life.
Yeah, you should have it. Everybody should have your outlook. You're a winner, buddy, and we appreciate the call.
It don't matter what I'm going to do. I mean, it's right, wrong, or indifference. It's going to happen. It's already written. So why worry about the small stuff in life?
That's what I said yesterday about the Dodger game.
On something big to happen.
Yeah, like a lottery or something like that.
Yeah, well, you know what? I've often said, people say, what would you do if you won the lottery? I said, well, first thing I'd do is give to my family and my friends.
I would give it to Franny, first thing.
Charities. Give a couple of charities. Get me a boat, little small boat, maybe some land.
That's nice.
That's it. I don't want to live a high lifestyle.
Yeah, you're simple like me, buddy. Simple
You guys
things.
are exactly the same. When I think Pops, Greek, I'm like, yep, one and the same.
I just like get a small piece of land by the river, just hang out in the morning, see the frogs.
Go fishing.
Yeah, see the frogs jump
Smoke
by.
some meat.
Yeah.
Just you guys are identical.
Yeah, that's what I want. So, Pops, you're the best.
Shoot. Well, I mean, I love you guys. I know it's been a while, but like I said, I've just been trying to get a lot of things taken care of and, going back and forth to doctors for tests. And my surgery was supposed to have been done in May, but they didn't have my heart test. So I had to go through all that. And it's all good.
All right.
But it's peace and it's a pecker.
You got to keep in touch with us.
Yeah, please keep us posted after the surgery, okay?
Yeah, God bless. And we love you, too.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Take care.
Jason is filling in today for Dominic, and it's like when you go to a new barber, or maybe you're betting with a new bookie or a new accountant. Little things that are different. Like Jason tells you where the people are from. We don't get that from Dom. Dom just goes, I think it's Joe. Might be Pete. And then the camera, like underneath, we just solved the Dom problem because the bottom one now gives Franny and I right next to each other. We never had that. We always look at a black screen when Dom's doing it. So there's 2 upgrades right away.
Hey, man, I'm here for you.
I'm just saying I'm impressed already. But again, the bar's low.
That's a fair point.
We got somebody else?
Yeah, Ronald and Stuart. What's up, Ronald?
Ronald, what's happening?
Hey, guys, how are you?
We're great, Ronald. How are you?
You okay, Ronald?
Could be better. Sorry about your surgeries and everything else. I've done 7, so I'm sorry. I don't want to be a repeat from the last person, but...
You're not. You're going through your own stuff. Everybody's different.
Yeah, Franny's doing great.
No, I think he was talking about Pops.
No, I know, but I thought he said sorry about your surgery.
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about because you said our previous caller.
Yeah, pay
Pops.
attention.
Oh, my God. Thank you, Ronald. But yes, everything's all good. Recovery is great.
Well, not the medication, but that can be wicked. I just want to tell you guys, thank you for
being a friend.
Jason, let him speak. Guy's gonna try to give us a compliment. I know you want to sip him out.
Get it out, bud.
Ronald, we know that you've been going through some tough times, and
We're here
I'm
for you,
sorry
bro.
for that. But yes, and I know you call and thank us because you listen to us, and we really do appreciate it. And
Yeah, it definitely
hopefully
do.
things get better.
Yeah, better days ahead, and don't let Jason rush you over the phone. If you want to give us like 9 minutes of compliments, we're here.
Oh my goodness.
I kind of need find a reconstructive surgeon, and there's only 5 in the state of Florida.
I'll do it.
You can't even run the board. You almost got it blown out in 2 minutes. Hey, Greek, what are you doing this weekend? I mean, literally, what are you doing this weekend?
You can pay $20,000 or $200,000 to play golf for the rest of your life.
This is true. But you know what? Better days are ahead, bro. You got to think that.
I know. I found one in Ocala. The other one's in Miami. One's in Tampa, and one's at University of Tallahassee. And I can't get an answer from none of them.
Well, we wish you the best. Thank you for listening, and we'll keep entertaining you. You know you have the best entertainment money could buy. You got us.
It's free, actually. Yep.
Not to me.
pay for that.
Yeah. He said he would not pay for that.
Come on, you would.
I get it, Ronald.
So somebody said to you $1 a day to listen to the Penthouse. You would pay $1. Come on. So that's getting paid. I did this last night with a girl 2 a.m.
I give them the dollars. You're all worth it.
Thank you, bro.
Thanks,
God
Ronald.
bless.
Yeah. Better days.
Better days ahead.
If you could be like a rock star like Ozzy Osbourne, you'd be in the millions.
That'd be true, yeah.
Yeah.
If
We're
we were like
never
Ozzy.
at that level, to be
Ozzy,
honest.
we
with
would,
you.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but again, we appreciate you listening, and we try to entertain every day. At least I do.
No, that's why I tune in, because if I go nuts if I come in listen to you every day.
You sound like my big boss. He says the same thing to me. All right, bro, we got to run because we got to really stay on time today. Usually we just go all over the place, but today is like a real radio show. So we appreciate the call, and you know what? Better days ahead, brother. I thought it yesterday. I had the Twins. Dodgers beat them bottom of ninth. I said, tomorrow's a new day, so let's rock and roll together. How's that?
Right. I still got to get you the Reggie Jackson stuff. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Can I come to the studio?
You could come to the building. You can't come to the studio, but you can come to the building, and we'll talk about it next week. Dominic will be here, maybe, and we can try to work something out. All right?
Yeah, I just I'm in a wheelchair, so I can't get too stuffed. I can't get too.
Well, yeah, well, don't go crazy. Again, you don't have to worry about it. So whatever you can do, you can do. But we're here.
Billy Martin too.
All right, cool. Billy's was awesome.
There you go.
All right, you have a great day.
You kind of remind me of him.
Billy Martin?
Not too bad, though.
That's not bad.
He just,
was a compliment, maybe.
he has issues.
Jason's right now like, why did I sign up for this? He's shaking his head. Oh, my God. We got to go to break.
We got to go.
All right, bro. All right, Better days ahead. We'll be here for you.
Take care.
All right.
You too.
We'll be here for you unless Jason gets us off the air. It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back and we have a trifecta and your chance to go to Rapids. And who doesn't need Rapids today? It is hot as you know what. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Anonymous emails. Seizures can also come from other factors. It's called PNES. Thank you for the
penis?
info. Yes, it is actually penis. Somebody in my family dealt with penis, and after.
Believe that was your mom?
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. 15 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Get tickets now at AXS.com.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Yeah.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. If you or a loved one suffered from nursing home abuse, call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I agree. I'm sitting here
Got a
going
crash
like
here on
this.
Forest Hill
but
Boulevard
Saturday,
westbound
there's gotta be
before
what?
441 blocking
Yeah.
2 left lanes. Stay to the right of that. Also dealing
Yeah.
with construction. Southern Boulevard westbound at Pike Road. 95 D Turnpike currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Michelle.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part?
I'm ready for colonoscopy.
Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine kit. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's great from Monroe's of Palm Beach. 7 days a week, the beautiful girls are there with a 5-star restaurant and always something going on in Monroe's. Fantasy Friday, dreams take center stage every Friday night. The girls are on stage, and they will give you a fantasy. It's Monroe's of Palm Beach, open 7 days a week with a 5-star restaurant and beautiful ladies. I can't think of any better place to go to enjoy a great night. And if you like sports, it's a perfect place to watch UFC or any sports. Monroe's of Palm Beach. Put it on your things to do this week. Peace.
You know kids will ruin your life, right? Especially if you're a garage door. I mean, babies are adorable, don't get me wrong. But after that adorable phase where they barf and poop on everything, they turn into a cheap garage door's worst nightmare. Whacking tennis balls against the door all day, up and down every time they ride a bike. You dreamy young'uns might have the energy to start a family, but that rusty avocado green aluminum garage door that came with your house is too old for this jazz. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. Modern, insulated garage doors are built to stand up to family life. They resist dents, they don't ring like a gong when you whack them with a puck, and they go up and down, super quiet, as many times as your kids change their minds. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll treat you like family. Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better. MoBetterGarage.com.
Because we have lawyers in all 50 states, I see lots of lawyers' ads. Most seem to be bragging on results, but are they true or misleading? For example, in some cases, a firm may try a case even though the at-fault party has no lawyer, then brag in the ad about their results. My son Matt got one for nearly $50 million, but we never collected one dime. Some lawyers may say they got a result even though they were sitting second chair at a firm like mine, and even though they had little to do with it. Happens all the time. All that glitters is not gold. At Morgan & Morgan, our results are real. Visit forthepeople.com and go to settlements and verdicts to see for yourself what your case may be worth before you hire a law firm. Do your homework. Fact check. It's easy and too important not to. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. Open Phone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. Open Phone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? Open Phone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With Open Phone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with Open Phone. Open Phone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Open Phone for free at openphone.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/free. openphone.com/FREE.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports, presented by Capital One.
45-year-old Venus Williams became the oldest player to win a singles match on the WTA Tour since Martina Navratilova, then 47, did it in 2004. Venus eliminated fellow American Peyton Stearns on Tuesday at the DC Open, and the day before, she and partner Haley Baptiste won their opening round doubles match, too. Venus plays again today in the round of 16. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, Capital One helps you stay connected to top female athletes and earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores with the Capital One Saver Card. Once in your wallet. Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
I can't think about my Uncle Chris without thinking about the craziest night of my life. The Uncle Chris podcast tells the story of my Uncle Chris, a real character, a garbage truck driver from South Carolina who is now buried alongside the founding families of Panama. Wild stories about adventure, romance, crime, history, and war intertwine as I share the tall tales and hard truths that have helped me understand Uncle Chris. Listen to Uncle Chris on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Uncle Chris and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. I hope you always start your day off with Rover and his show and get you out of the gate fast and quick. I am the Greek. Jason's in the house.
Yo!
Can't thank you enough for everything you're doing
You
today. Franny's here.
Hi, what's up?
Time for Trifecta.
Oh, yeah, where's that button again? Yeah, the best producer on the planet, right? Trifecta. There you go.
Awesome. All right, so North Carolina announced yesterday that all their home games are sold out. Does this have something to do with Belichick? Yes, I think it does. And maybe a little bit like the Coldplay thing. The whole thing with his girlfriend, it just makes people want to be around it. They want to see Belichick and how he does with the team. They are a long shot to win the ACC. You never know what's going to happen with Belichick. We'll look into it more on the Greek zone and see what kind of chance they have. I know week 1 they're playing, and I know everybody's going to be betting on Carolina. I would go the other way like I should have did in my personal life many times. Miami Dolphins yesterday are in training camp, and so are everybody else. But Tua spoke yesterday, and he said, hey, Tariq's got to step up, and he's got to prove it to not only me, but everybody in the locker room. He said everybody heard what he said last year after the end of the game, at the end of the season against the Jets. He says that, Tariq's working on himself, and he applauds him for that and hopes that they can have a great season. I think that's great that he said that. He didn't have to address it at all, but he chose to, which I do respect. And I also think it's another page of him taking over the team and trying to be a team leader, which I think the Dolphins right now need. They also had a bad day yesterday, Dolphins, couple injuries.
Yeah. You know what would be amazing, Greek, if Tyreek actually heard that and came out and just had an amazing season. Yeah, like, if it turned into a source of inspiration for him, where he's just like, you know what, I'm going to crank it up. I'm going to be the team player. I'm going to be the guy, and I'm going to have the best season of my life. That would be amazing. Do I see it happening? Probably not.
I think one of the problems with Tariq is a problem that happens to everybody in life, because I like to do sports with life, because not everybody's a professional athlete, obviously, is that I think he thought when he left the Chiefs, they were going to take a big step back.
Right.
And they didn't. They went to 3 straight Super Bowls and saved $90 million. And he was with the Dolphins. Yes, they made the playoffs 2 years. And remember, he said that thing about Tua in the beginning. Oh, Mahomes wasn't one of my best quarterbacks. So you sort of feel like, when you leave anything, and people say they don't, but who's kidding who? When somebody leaves something, they hope it goes and crashes. They do.
Of course.
Just like a divorce. Like, you know what? Yeah, whatever. But you know what? Like, talk about BS thing when somebody says, oh, I hope my ex does well. No, they don't. Most people don't. Not all. It's not even to talk. But I think that bothers him, to me, a little bit. And also, Mahomes' first year, when he was gone, he passed for 5,000 yards.
Right. Well, it's a shot to his ego.
Yeah, of course. That's my point. And I think that plays into him a little. Like, we got to do more. We got to do more. So we'll see. Again, we want the Dolphins to have a good season. We hope they do. Marlins won yesterday. They won a series over the Padres. Again, Marlins having a great season based on what they have. The trade deadline's coming up this weekend. A lot of speculation they're going to trade a bunch of guys. I hope they don't, but I think they will because that's what Cohen likes to do. Marlins just make money. Crash and burn. That's it. Next. But hats off to this team. They've done a great job. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Applaud Coffee Bar and Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Peace.
So this is just updated. The Dolphins offensive lineman, Bayron Matos. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, he got airlifted.
Yeah, and he did, but he remains hospitalized. And this is just a few hours ago, according to TMZ Sports. They said was after he was airlifted to a treatment facility following a medical emergency during training camp practice yesterday. His agent said that he's going to undergo more tests to determine what exactly happened. So we are not sure.
All right, so speaking about egos, Franny had this today, and this is something I talk to my friends about and people, and it's a hard thing to look at and realize, but guys are swiping, but they're out of their league. And that's always hard to realize, wait.
I mean, I guess you can swipe as much as you want on these apps. Doesn't matter if they're in your league or out of your league. That's the whole point. But there has to be somewhat of a connection. But in a nutshell, yeah, men often pursue women who receive far more swipes than they do. A pattern called aspirational pursuit is what they say. Women who receive significantly more attention on dating apps tend to be more selective. Of course they do.
Yeah, of course.
And because they can be, right? And swipe on slightly less desirable partners. They also claim only 27 to 38% of swipes result in mutual matches, which is a pretty decent percentage, 27 to 38%. Mm-hmm. And successful matches tend to occur between users with, of course, similar popularity levels. The study, based on over 10,000 users, shows that online dating reinforces these social hierarchies rather than disrupting them. And I don't know if any of that's surprising.
You know what's funny in life is that people hear something on one spot and then they run with it. I've heard so many guys say to me like, oh, I hear hot girls want guys to come up to them. That's a few that have said that, but that's not all. And I think it happens on a lot of different things in life. You know what I mean?
Well, when you generalize and then you realize everybody's got a unique personality. It's differences, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying even when guys are swiping, I think they're looking at hey, man, I'm not getting back to me. And again, you got to realize anytime you do anything like this, it could be a form of rejection. If you go into it, it's like when you're an actor and actress, you go on auditions. I mean, you can go on 50, 49 of them that might say no, or 50. You got to roll with it and just be like, okay, you know what? I didn't get, she didn't look back at me or whatever. I know somebody who went up to a girl in a bar that he, I guess, swiped and she didn't respond. And he went up to her and asked her.
He'd be like, hey, why did you respond to me? I swipe right.
I was dying.
Wow.
I was dying.
So what, did he find?
He saw her out.
Okay.
And he said, he was telling us, he goes, this girl, I've been,
trying to reach out to her on Tinder.
And he goes, I don't know what it was. And he goes I'm going to go up to her and just ask her why not. So he went up to her, and you could see she was taken off guard, and she was like,
Of course. Well, why did he even have to ask her? Clearly she did not match with him because she wasn't interested.
He thought maybe in person, his personality.
She would have gotten him that way, or he would have gotten her.
He sent her over a drink and everything, and she was like, you know what, you're very nice, but I didn't feel it or see it, whatever it was. But that's crazy too, because there are a lot of people who get involved in dating sites, and they're local, and you could bump into somebody that's that you bump into, because that's putting you on the spot.
And I know that you've never been on dating apps, and you're fine, G-Man, when when going out and actually meeting people in real life. You don't have an issue with that. Jason and I don't utilize dating apps because we're married and never have. But has it ever interested you, even ones like that Raya, where it's people who have money and celebrity status? Has that ever interested you?
Now, Franny, that's an insult because I'm looking for love. I'm not looking for these shallow things. I swim in the deep end. I'm looking for what they want and what their meaning of life is when they wake up in the morning. No, I never thought.
Somebody that's recently been on it, I don't know if you're familiar because you really don't pay attention to wrestling, is Nikki Bella from the Bella Twins.
Oh yeah.
So she just put out that she's on Raya and she's out there dating, and sometimes you can find some pretty big name celebrities on there.
I let her pin me.
Guys, speaking of wrestling, now I haven't got full details yet, but I'm part of a breaking news service internally here with iHeart.
Okay.
And I'm getting reports right now that Hulk Hogan has just passed away at the age of 71.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah.
It happens in threes.
Yeah, it does.
I said it this morning. I said it to one of my buddies.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
71
didn't even
years
know
old.
that he was sick.
There had been reports for a little while that he was ailing, and there was people refuting those reports. I don't have the official breaking news article yet, but this is the first report. Hulk Hogan died.
Wow.
71 years old today.
Normally on X, they're pretty up to date on that. I'll
I
check
was
it
talking to
out.
one of my buddies this morning. I said, everything happens in threes. My mother always said it. And I said, so far, too. I said, I wonder who the third one's going to be. And there it is. And that adds to that all thing that always
And
is
it was Malcolm Jamal Warner earlier this week,
Right.
Ozzy, and now you're saying Hulk Hogan.
I never was one to watch wrestling, WWE, WWF, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But everybody knows who Hulk Hogan was, right?
Yeah,
He's just one of those global names, global icons.
Yeah, I mean, you get him in sports where somebody comes and changes the whole atmosphere. He was definitely for wrestling, like we talked. Caitlin Clark now doing it for basketball. Tiger with golf, where these people come up and their personalities are so big, and even if you don't like the sport or you're not into it, what ends up happening is it brings attention to it.
It is trending right now all over, and even TMZ reporting it at 71 years old, Hulk Hogan has died. So I went on to X because typically that you can find whatever's going on right away. And there are a ton of reports.
There was a series called Mr. McMahon that was on Netflix, and this is Franny and I talk about it on the Gator in the mornings. We each have our little series or little shows that we watch when our significant other's not around or in bed or whatever. And I just started watching that just to kill time in the evening or whatever it might be. And it was obviously about Vince McMahon and the wrestling and all of that. But man, the wrestling would not probably be what it is right now without Hulk Hogan.
That's my point.
Yeah,
I mean,
insane.
again, same thing with Tiger with golf, I just said, and Caitlin Clark.
So I have a little bit more details here. They said medics were dispatched to his house in Clearwater, Florida, early this morning. Operators stating it was regarding a cardiac arrest. So they said a slew of police cars, EMTs, parked outside of his home, and they said he was carried on a stretcher and into an ambulance. They said just a few weeks ago, his wife, her name's Sky, denied rumors he was in a coma, stating his heart was strong as he was recovering from surgeries. And they broke the story last month that there were rumblings that he was on his deathbed, but we're told at the time that he was just dealing with symptoms of neck procedure he underwent back in May. But yeah, they're saying as of now it was a call because of cardiac arrest. So very sad.
Very sad. Oh, man, that's a lot in 1 week.
And you just said because of neck surgery was maybe what kind of started this whole process. Same thing with Ozzy, right? He had countless surgeries because his spine and his neck were just getting shot. So it's weird to hear neck being an issue with these icons right now. With him, I'm not surprised though because of all the wrestling and the pounding on the mats, right?
Concussions, right?
Yeah, and neck operations for whatever reason. There was just a famous plastic surgeon who went in for neck surgery and he passed away. So it's like the third one you hear. So again, R.I.P. to Hulk Hogan, another icon gone, which is sad. We're also going to talk about, when celebrities or ball players or actors, somebody you look at, that you like pass away. It affects people.
Absolutely, it does.
It really does. I mean, it's not your family or friends or people you know.
But you do, but you feel like it's like when you listen to your favorite person on the radio. You do. You feel like you know them.
Yeah.
That's why it affects you.
All
Ready to do a giveaway?
Yeah, we're ready there, Freddie.
Yeah, let's do it.
Give us a call. 877-927-6969. Be easy with Jason. We're on thin ice today.
Is there like a sounder or something?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go.
No. So yeah, we're doing it's Greek's Casino. We play roulette. And Greek will explain the rules, but what we're giving away is a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park.
But which everybody wants right now, because it's hot as a firecracker. So, Jay, when you get a moment, we'll get them on, and we'll go from there. Yeah,
the number is 877-927-6969. That's 877-927-6969.
I had a text Dom last night, and I know he's going to bring this up, so I'm going to bring it up. Because I was like, what's her number on the radio station? I had to give it to someone. And he was like, and I gave the person the wrong number, so thank God. He was
my goodness. And you say it a million times a day.
I went blank.
You do. You say it all the time.
Sometimes it happens with your number. Like, I got to call you and I forget it. I'm like, what is it? Yeah, right. Everybody, give us a call. Jason's on the phones. Rapids Water Park, a 4-pack. 4-pack. That's right. It's Greek's Casino. It's pretty simple. It's not easy to win, let's say that, but it is roulette, so it's red or black, odd or even, first 18 or 19 to 36. And remember, if it's 0, You pick the first 18, you get that. And if it's 1936 and it's 00, you get that.
All right. Well, while he's getting people on the line, if you cannot pick up the phone to call us to win this, we do other things here on the Penthouse where we ask you to show us your preset. Make Real Radio 92.1 the #1 preset on that iHeartRadio app. And you just go to realradio921.com/preset. All the instructions are there and what you have to do. And then you can win tickets to go see Seether with Daughtry.
Yes. Jay, who do we have?
Usually go in order that they called, right?
Yes, sir.
We're going to go with Jason in Deerfield.
All right, Jason, way to be, buddy. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing, Greg?
I'm doing real good. You got a great first name, like Jason, who's filling in for Dominic today. We just found out is going to have to leave the country, but that's another story. What's your selection? Odd or even? 1 to 18, 1936, or red or black?
Let's go with black.
No more bets, people, in the Greek casino. Everybody wins. Remember, if you lose on your bet, you get a 5x7 of me getting out of my car.
I know. When's that going to happen?
Well, there's not that many left.
I know. We got to get more of them printed out.
Ooh, wow. You are a winner. 26 black.
First one's a winner.
Nice.
Way to be. Enjoy yourself at Rabbits. Thanks for listening to Real Radio.
Yeah, of course.
We appreciate it. If there's anybody you don't like, please tell them about our station and our show. We appreciate it.
Hang tight so Jason can get your information so we can get you that 4-pack of tickets.
All right, so I'm going to tell everybody again, stop texting me. I have my phone a lot in. Sometimes I don't. Don't ask me if Franny's getting paid because she's on the camera today. Everybody, like, is she on the camera? Is she on the camera? No, Franny just woke up today and said, you know what, Greek? She came in. It's not worth it. I'm a team player. I love iHeart. I'm going to be on the camera.
That's exactly what happened.
And I said, you know what? This is why I look up to you. And this is why I want to be like you every day. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you didn't hear Dominic, Jason just gave us some breaking news. Hulk Hogan just passed. So tough week for celebrities. And we did talk about that a little, but we'll touch on it more. Has there been anybody for you, Jason, or you, Francis, that passed away in that role that you were like, wow, or it took you a couple days and you're like, man, I can't believe it?
I don't really get super involved with celebrities. Ozzy was a very sad death, I think, but the last one because I just adored him and his music and everything, I think Prince might have been one of those ones that hit hard.
A lot of people said Prince. A lot of people said Michael Jackson when he passed away. Jay, is anybody with you, like a celebrity or somebody that passed away that, you felt her for a little while?
I mean, honestly, Ozzy this week was one of those, right? Yeah. He was one of those artists that, as I shared with Franny on the Gator, I have very early memories. One of the first things I can remember as a little tyke was listening to Iron Man. My dad putting the vinyl on, and we were hanging out in the living room, right? And then watching him kind of evolve from, the Sabbath into his solo career, and then go from that into a reality TV superstar. And then he was one of those guys, right? Usually those big losses are musically oriented for me, like Chester from like Linkin Park, Chris Cornell, those were some of those ones that were like, oh man, that kind of hits home a little bit. I mean, did I start shedding tears or anything about it? No.
No, I just mean that it hit.
But it hit pretty hard. And Ozzy this week, I was like, man, because I didn't see it coming. Franny said she saw it coming a mile away. And I didn't see it coming at all.
Well, he was in bad health.
He was in bad health, and his daughter had to keep on fighting off what they were, quote, saying rumors of him being on his deathbed or not being in good health, and she was just going back at everybody saying no, and so it was just, the signs were all kind of there, and you saw, if you got to see any of the concert, which I've seen bits and pieces there, I know people watched it live while it was streaming.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, but I know people, and one of our good friends who said that just crying watching him do it because it's just...
You feel like the end is near.
I guess.
Maybe. I mean, for me...
it just could be that emotional that it was his last show, too.
Like a lot of sports fans, when Kobe passed, I mean, that was so sad. With the other people in the helicopter, 8 people, his daughter. That was shocking to hear. Kobe, I still remember where I was. It was a Sunday, so where would I be? I'd be at New York Prime or at the track, but I was at the track. And just everybody's just face and looking down, and I saw people crying and upset and trying to figure it out. So... it is one of those things when somebody does pass away, you don't know them, but maybe you're a fan of them, a celebrity, a ball player, an actor, actress, politician, could be anybody. And it does, you would think right away, like, how does it? But it does affect people. And also, it's one of those situations. In music, it's always the same way. And also in art, when somebody passes away, all of a sudden their stuff, like, people can't get enough.
Right.
I remember years ago, I was a kid that Elvis Presley passed away. And my dad, I remember working with RCA, he was like the most craziest time in his life. Like, just people couldn't get enough Elvis.
Oh, I'm sure. And that time they were going buying albums and stuff. When this happens, the streams, that's what happened. People just start streaming all their music.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if MTV puts the Osbournes back on, again. But again, it's just a sad thing. Like we talked, Hulk Hogan passed today, if you didn't hear. Wrestler for
And
years.
another one, by the way, who had a reality series with his family,
Great
too.
point.
Hogan Knows Best or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Hogan Knows Best.
And that was, I think, and some of it, I think his daughter had a spinoff in Miami when she was down in Miami for a while. But yeah, it's just certain people, like, something, and like Franny said, Prince. I said a lot of people said Michael Jackson.
That's a good point, yeah.
That was, but Kobe, really, for sports guys.
Yeah, Kobe was a big one for sports. Michael Jackson was obviously polarizing because there was always that looming cloud of, perviness that was, he couldn't escape.
Yeah.
But he was such a global icon, too, that people were sad. I remember.
And he was young.
He was very young. Yeah. I went to I was on vacation one time and we were in Europe and I believe we were in Germany when there was this we were just walking through the streets of Munich and we come across this just random shrine to Michael Jackson.
Wow.
And it really kind of made me realize
Was he huge in Germany?
He was huge around the
I know
planet.
he was worldwide.
He was big in Antarctica, Franny.
Yeah.
He was huge.
But to have a shrine of him.
And again, having that
Hasselhoff I get, but they love him there.
Having that looming air of, was he doing some nefarious things? People, that was not just isolated to the States. People globally knew about that too, but still don't care, right? They connected with the music. They separated the art from the artist.
Of course. I mean, they said first one, like in the 60s, 70s, most recognized person was Muhammad Ali worldwide.
Right.
And then they said Michael Jackson.
Right.
But isn't it weird how we pick and choose, right? Because that is one that I still can appreciate his music. But then if I hear any Puff Daddy, I'm like, turn it off. Or any R. Kelly, I'm like, turn it off. It's like we pick or choose it. And before I did like their music. And it's just that. I don't know. But I do agree with that. I think Michael Jackson being polarizing. And I think maybe that's why I wasn't as sad. It was shocking, of course.
Sure.
Personalities, too. I think, like you said, we want to believe what we want to believe. And we have this image of the person that we don't know. You don't know them, but you have an image. And when you hear other people do something, you're like, oh, I could see that. I think what Michael was hard for some people, like, I can't see him doing that. You know what I mean? And he was such like, with the kids and helping them. And he had Neverland and all this stuff. I think for some people talk to me and they were like, I don't know. You know what I mean? So it's hard. Like you said, and your mind plays tricks. I mean, even like I said, when somebody passes away, you never met him, you don't know him, but it does make you depressed. I was dating somebody years ago and Amy Winehouse passed away. She was like hysterical for like 2-3 days. And I was just like, wow. But I mean, super fan, went to go see her, but really, and again, she was young, 27. But I think when somebody's younger, I mean, because we all think, you know what, in life, everybody's going to live forever, but we don't.
Well, another one of those artists, to your point, I mean, there's the infamous 27 Club, right? Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain, and that still like lingers because he was such an icon and exactly insane.
Yeah, so it does happen. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. If you're on hold, try to hang out because we're going to take a break. We're going to come back more on a Thursday. It is the Penthouse. We just gave away rapid tickets. Remember, every single day there's a giveaway on the Penthouse. Peace.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com.
Mo Better Garage. We make it Mo Better.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Traffic Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
Got a crash here on Forest Hill Boulevard westbound before 441 blocking 2 left lanes. Stay to the right of that. Also dealing with construction Southern Boulevard westbound at Pike Road. 95 Turnpike currently accident-free. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org. GiveMeTheVin.org.
Tired of dealerships and time-wasting tire kickers? Hey, it's Franny. Well, just go to GiveMeTheVin.com. They'll buy your daily driver, SUV, truck, or even your exotic or classic car. Skip the commissions and get a real no-hassle offer online. It's as simple as going to GiveMeTheVin.com and entering your VIN number or license plate number. You can go to one of their office locations, and they'll even come to you. It's easy and fast with GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Dr. Damon Tanton for Viome. Viome's full body intelligence test is the new science in anti-aging and life-extending insights. Viome analyzes your biological age to see if your body is aging too rapidly. You'll learn how making simple, precise changes in certain foods and supplements can, get this, slow your aging, keep you looking young, and help prevent future health issues. Next, Viome doctors design supplements specifically to your body's needs. Their job is to slow down and help reverse how fast your body is aging. And your Viome microbiome test reveals why you have stomach issues, don't sleep well, have low energy, even why you can't lose weight, and more. Viome reboots your body to live longer, live healthier, and look younger.
Viome is changing lives. Order your full body intelligence test online and save $50. Viome guarantees rapid, remarkable health improvements your doctor will notice. Visit Viome.com, promo code THRIVE. That's VIOME.com, promo code THRIVE.
This Sports Spotlight is brought to you by Capital One Spark Cash Plus Card, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports. Did you know that the UNC lacrosse team that won the 2025 NCAA title not only featured a trio of sisters, Chloe, Ashley, and Nicole Humphrey, but also the first ever mother-daughter duo, head coach Jenny Levy and her daughter, freshman Kate Levy. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase for your business with the Spark Cash Plus Card from Capital One. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus. Terms apply.
Comcast Business High Five Hotline. What's the state of your excitement?
I signed my business up for the 5-year price lock guarantee, and I can't stop high-fiving people. High five!
Okay, deep breath.
High five.
You're in a good place. You signed your business up for 5 years at gig speed internet and advanced security, all on our ultra-reliable network.
Gig speeds and advanced security? I'm so stoked.
Yep, and you get it at a great rate that's locked in for 5 years.
Woo!
The high five is just your body's way of saying, I'm winning.
So this is natural.
High-fiving everyone you see in a state of business savings enthusiasm? Totally natural.
Sweet! Thank you! Thank you! High five, everybody! High five!
The Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee is back, but only for a limited time, so sign your business up today.
High five!
Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 9/21/25. New customers only. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, cause you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/free and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/free. openphone.com/FREE.
Hey, it's Franny, and if you want to ditch the dealership drama and tire kickers, then head on over to GimmeTheVin.com. They'll buy your car, truck, SUV, or even your exotic ride. Fast and easy. They even want your classic or collectible, from hot rods to resto mods. Just enter your VIN or plate at GimmeTheVin.com and get a real offer in minutes. That's only with GimmeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are mostly sunny to partly cloudy as we go through our Thursday. We'll continue to see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms across the area. Otherwise, we'll see plenty of sun with dry conditions outside for us today. Hot with highs near 90, feeling close to 100 with humidity. We are even drier, though, into tomorrow. More sunshine through the weekend with temperatures in the low to mid-90s.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Stay connected and stay productive with Rapid Radios. Business owners trust Rapid Radios for instant, reliable team communication with nationwide LTE coverage, push-to-talk convenience, and room for up to 200 units on one feed. Keeping connected's never been easier.
Order now at rapidradios.com.
Hi, I'm Martin Luther King III.
And I'm Andrea Waters King. Summer isn't just for fun, it's for having fun while making a difference.
Realize the Dream is our national call for 100 million hours of service by my father's 100th birthday, and we need you.
Volunteer at a food bank, organize a community project, or simply help a neighbor.
Visit realizethedream.org or listen to my Legacy podcast on iHeartRadio for inspiration, and let's make this summer unforgettable.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio wants to put $1,000 in your hand. For $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword money at realradio921.com. That's money. Enter it now at realradio921.com, and good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Good news if you're a football fan. This is the last Thursday night. There's no football. Going forward, there's football every Thursday night from here to January.
Nice.
So if you're a football fan, guess what? This is your last.
See the lights at the end of the tunnel.
That's right. It's his last Thursday night. You got to just fake that you want to be home. Now next week you got.
We'll do everything for your wife or husband. Just whatever. If you're a super fan and you know that you're not going to be around during football, then kiss some ass, do some nice things, take them out to dinner.
Yeah, kissing ass always helps in a lot of situations. It is the Penthouse. If you haven't heard some sad news, Hulk Hogan passed away. That just broke about an hour ago. Legend, icon in the wrestling world. There'll be more news, I'm sure. Jason's in the house.
Yo!
Of course, Francis is here.
Hi, what's going on?
And it's time for some fun facts.
It's Fanny's Fun Facts. All right, you know I love to base it on the day, and today is July 24th all day long, and there's some days I'm going to celebrate. National Drive-Thru Day, National Refreshment Day, National Tell an Old Joke Day, and something that I want a shot of about now is National Tequila Day.
Let's go.
My God, Sophie Cunningham for the WNBA.
National Tequila Day.
Ties in.
Can't wait to have a margarita. Did you know that tequila can only legally be made in Mexico? It's like champagne in France, specifically in 5 regions, with Jalisco's being the main hub. Anywhere else,
good?
It's just a poser.
Wow, so the tequila I got from Seahawks is
It's not. Seahawks, New Jersey is not supposed to make tequila, yeah.
I'm sorry, Jason, about your Christmas gift. It said Seahawks outlets on the side.
If it's got booze in it right now, I will take it. This bottle of Tito's over my shoulder looks mighty fine right
is there
about
stuff
now.
in it?
Yes, there is.
Tequila was once considered sacred. I get it. The Aztecs believe agave was a gift from the gods and called tequila the nectar of the gods.
Oh, that's so sexy.
It's so sexy. There's such thing as tequila rain. The air around tequila distilleries can be so saturated with alcohol vapor that it literally rains droplets of tequila-laced moisture. It's like nature's happy hour. You just sit there and keep your mouth open.
You know what I love? I love all the tequila bottles. Like, they're so unique and like when I'm depressed, sometimes I go to the liquor store and I just look at them. I'm like, wow, these are so
Look how
cool.
pretty.
These are beautiful.
A couple more fun facts about my favorite spirits here. I agree with this. I don't know if everybody does, but it says here facts. Tequila doesn't give you a hangover. If it's 100% agave. Cheap mixed tequilas, less than 51%, are loaded with additives and sugar. Those are the real villains, but pure tequila equals better morning. And of course, that's if you just sip it alone. Don't mix sour mix, sodas, anything like that. Just straight tequila all night.
That's the same thing with
I've done it. Woke up no hangover. Haven't learned my lesson.
Does it apply to Reposados and all of the others as well?
I think it does, but I think the Blancos are probably going to be the
best,
least
sure.
of the hangovers.
Same thing with a cheap hooker.
I don't get it.
Okay.
What?
No
it
hangover.
can fuel a car. Researchers have actually converted tequila waste into ethanol fuel. So yes, tequila can move you literally. And then finally here, when it comes to tequila, there's a tequila that costs over $3 million. It's called Ley something Diamante, and it comes in a platinum and diamond encrusted bottle. They said it's basically tequila royalty. $3 million. That's insane.
Okay, two things on that.
Yes.
Had the word lay in it, so I'm not surprised it's $3 million. Secondly, don't tell me you want it. Because the last bottle of tequila you had, how is the Bob Pittman tequila? Have you finished that?
I have not finished it, no.
No?
But it's good. Yeah, we've had a few shots.
What do
I'm in a
people think?
Lalo kick, so that's another one I've been into.
Oh, so you're not really loyal to your tequilas. You'll move around?
If I try one that I like, then I will support that one.
Very cool.
Yeah. So adios. What is it? Casamigos. I'm no longer drinking that.
Wow.
And I've moved on. It's bigger and better.
Is Bob Pittman's tequila out too?
No, I still have it. Yeah,
All right,
but
'cause if you're not going to use it, give it back. I'll put water in it, and I'll give it to Jason for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm still drinking it.
Okay.
You know what? I think I actually left it at my buddy Tony's house.
Oh, you got to be
So
kidding
it
me.
may be gone.
Oh, God. Tony.
He did a very nice crab boil for us, and he bought all this king crab and stuff, and so I showed up with the tequila bottle.
Oh, that hurts me. This is like the manicure
Isn't it? It's
store.
a gift you gave me, so can't I do what I want with it?
That's a whole different segment.
She's sharing it. That's
I know.
all.
Segment.
It's not like she's regifting it. She's sharing
I
it.
did. I brought it. I sipped on it, but I left it there.
I didn't eat that night because I
Oh
got
my
you
God.
tequila. And then you bring it to Tony's house, who's got about 72 million buried. My God, that hurts me. My God, now I got to have a therapy appointment and a pedicure this afternoon. This is crazy. Did you ever tell Jason the manicure story? So, Jason, years ago, we were doing one of our trips. And I want you to be unbiased because I know you're a big fan of Franny, so I know that, but I just want you to be real.
You sure about that?
Hey!
I set that up for you. So anyway, we went on a trip one time, and Franny was doing a great job, as she always does.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to the music.
Oh,
if
yeah,
we
okay,
don't
cool,
want to,
bye.
yeah.
So she was doing a great job, as she always does. So it was me, Johnny, and her. It was one of our New York trips with Madonna and the Yankees. And I said, hey, you know what? And she was around us for a couple days. I knew she was Greeked out already. So
Well, I need some girl time, alone time, because I was with the boys.
So it was just you and Madonna?
It was just me, me and Madonna.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
So I said to her, why don't you go get a pedicure manicure on me? Here's $100 and go. And she's like, thanks, Greek. See ya. So she left. She went. She came back, and I said, how was your thing? And she was great. The Giants opening night. And Franny, I've said this a million times. She is so generous with money to a fault. I mean, she always wants to pay. I never dated anybody like that. I told you a story. One time I was dating a girl, and she bought me a Starbucks. I hit the car in front of me. I was like, what happened? So she was buying drinks and doing everything.
I'm like, what do you guys need? You guys want any sodas? What can I get you?
And I'm like,
I was like, I got this. I got it.
And I'm like, I thought it was weird. And then all of a sudden she says, I got a manicure today. Some guy thought I was hot. He paid for it. I go, you get the 100. She goes,
I clearly can't, but I've just been buying sodas and beers with the money.
Yeah, she just repurposed it. That's all.
I did, and so I didn't think it was anything because he gave me money to go do with what I want. He was just like,
get a pedicure,
go
manicure.
take care of yourself, get a mani-pedi, and I did. But while I was there was a gentleman, and he wasn't creepy at all because he was sitting next to me, but he had left. And when I went to go check out, the lady said the man who was in here, and she handed me his business card. She said, paid for your manicure, pedicure. And he just handed him his, so it wasn't any pressure or creep or anything like that. So he was like, if I wanted to call him, I could. And it was very nice. So I had $100 on me, Johnny, and Greek. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
You didn't use the whole 100. You didn't tell me.
No, I pocketed like $40 or something. Or did I give you that? I don't know.
Let me ask you this question,
Yeah,
G.
he
Not
brings
that
the
I'm-
story up, and it happened like 15 years ago.
Now,
I'm still hurt.
Now, if she said flat out, hey, I still got that hundo, I'm going to use it at the ballpark today, you would have been like,
cool.
Yeah, then what's it
I
matter?
would have told her to keep it.
Then what's it matter?
It's just having something to bitch about.
All right, fair enough.
He thought there was shenanigans.
So what really
Withholding
pissed
the
me
truth.
off is that I went back the next day to where she got a manicure, and the guy wasn't there because I wanted a free one. And I said, was there a guy yesterday buying pedicures? And the lady goes, no, sir, he's not here today. I went, oh, my God, story of my life. Day short and $1 long, or whatever. It is what it is.
Somebody wants to add to my tequila fun facts here. And I have heard this before, but I've also heard people say it's not actually true. So I'll see if I can confirm it. But they said, Franny, I'm surprised you didn't say this. Tequila is the only alcohol that is not a depressant. All other liquors will make you drowsy, whereas tequila actually makes you energetic. That's probably why people that drink lots of tequila always want to fight.
Stop right there.
Yes.
That's total BS.
So because you hear alcohol's a depressant.
Alcohol is a depressant.
Yeah. That's
It doesn't matter what the delivery source is. It's a depressant.
Yeah, but some people say tequila is a stimulant, not a depressant, and that I have heard, but I think it's been debunked. I do.
Because alcohol is a depressant. And what is the key component in tequila?
Yeah, it's
alcohol.
I don't want to argue.
Now, there's the old wives' tale that certain boozes or different versions of boozes impact different people differently. Like, I know a buddy of mine that says, oh, whiskey makes me angry.
Yes, whiskey makes...
Right.
That is the one alcohol here all the time that people say makes them want to fight.
Right.
Is whiskey.
Well, whiskey makes me a jolly happy guy,
Yeah.
right? And I think it's all the mindset that you go into it. The fundamental ingredient is the same. It's alcohol.
There it is.
And they are saying tequila is because I did hear that for a long time, and I think I heard it working at a tequila bar, and they gave us that information, and so we ran with it, saying it's a stimulant because people are like,
give us more.
Jacked up, but it is classified as a central nervous system depressant. Alcohol, including tequila, slows down brain activity, impairs cognitive and motor functions. They said it is important to note that alcohol can initially produce that feeling of stimulation, but it's followed by the depressant effects. And so they are lumping, yes, tequila is a depressant, not a stimulant.
All right. Not that anybody needs another reason to drink it or not to drink it.
No, you do what you want.
Yeah, I'm going to text Tony after the show. I want my tequila back, Bob Pittman.
Oh, my goodness. I'll see if there's still any left.
That's all right.
Because I left and there was a lot left.
Tony, you can keep it if you're listening, bro. I love you. You're a real friend. Thank you. I think we had some people on hold. Jason's manning the phones and doing many, many things. Again, Dominic does it every day, but on jury duty, and he only does 25%.
And you know something, G-Man, that we haven't mentioned today is I know you have a teacher, probably one or two that you remember very fondly. I know that I have one that when I was going through some hard times. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm just
okay. I'm not going to say what you think I'm going to say.
Okay.
So we all have those teachers that made a difference in our lives, G-Man, right?
Yeah.
And this is your chance to say thank you with iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher. This is powered by Donors Choose. And what you're going to do is nominate an exceptional public school teacher that is teaching right now.
That's great.
Could be your kid's teacher. Maybe it was your teacher and they're still educating. They're still teaching right now. So when you do this, they could win $5,000 for their classroom, right? $5,000. They do so much for us. So let's give back. You can submit your nomination right now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Great job. Teachers do a fantastic job for all the kids out there, men and women. Like I talk about the police and the fire department, people when there's an issue that are out there every day, teachers too, and they don't get enough credit or enough pay. So we can't thank them enough. There's always been so many people in life, like teachers, that you think about that really change your life. You hear about coaches. For me, I was inspiration for a lot of my teachers.
Oh, my goodness.
It was the other way around.
Of course.
I saw one of my teachers one day in the Apple, big city, and he came up to me. He's like, and I was with some girl. He goes, you know what? I wouldn't even have to think this book would have been written any different. I said, bro, don't hate the player, hate the game. Jay, you got anybody on hold or what?
Never a dull moment, guys. We got Carlos in Jupiter. Carlos, what's good, bud?
Hello, Carlos.
Okay. First, I got to start off with the teacher thing. I spoke to 2 family members just last night on how fortunate I was to have 2 great teachers, or probably 10 of them, but really good teachers that's why I have the knowledge of history, blah, blah, blah. So that's a good thing that you guys are supporting that.
Yeah, I think it's great because a lot of people don't. I think teachers don't even realize, like coaches, like how much influence they have.
Yeah. And when you said coaches, I remember looking in this man's eyes. We were a Catholic school soccer team in Missouri, and we won the state championship. And I mean, we had no money, and there was guys that showed up. They were Bush. They had soccer balls that were red, white, and blue. And anyway, all right. Are you there?
Yeah, we're still here. We're just listening.
Okay. I gotta start with this. Hello, Sir Greg.
Hello, buddy. How are you?
Hello, Miss Francis.
Hi. What's going on?
We like those names, by the way. Sir Greek.
Francis.
Oh, what's good, Carlos?
Jason's around somewhere. Whatever.
Yeah, he's
I'm right here for you, bud. What's going on? How are you?
This Jason guy is extremely professional and much more intelligent than I thought.
That's debatable.
No, he is very smart. He really is. It does surprise you when you get to talk to him that he's smart.
It does surprise you. Why is that? That was kind of a compliment.
Because I've listened to you guys on the Gator.
Yes,
Well,
he is intelligent.
Yeah, it's a better show today.
Calvin hasn't cussed. Guess what?
Yes, that's right.
Jason.
Oh, wait, you're not telling me this is Carlos.
It's Calvin.
Could have fooled me.
I knew it was Calvin. Calvin, you have a good day. We got a bunch.
He said Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I didn't hear it live, but I heard it after the fact.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that, Jason?
That I said Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. He's aware.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah. So.
Calvin, let's focus on the positive things in life.
I love that.
Like role models, like the Greek.
That's what you guys do, I know.
Thank you, brother. Keep in touch.
I'm going to hang up.
All right, good. Thank you.
I need
peace. Who we got next there, Jay?
That would be Greg Rice.
Oh, Greg's cool. Greg, what's up?
What's up, Greg?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, Franny.
Yeah, Greg.
Franny.
Yeah.
What's the difference between Jason and Greek?
I don't know. What's the difference?
Yeah, one has an overly exaggerated ego, and the other is Greek.
Wow, that was a nice switch.
That was.
Because you thought he was going the other way. Whoa. This show has been more fun than I thought. It's unbelievable. It's great. This show's going to go down in history for many reasons. I think Jay's got somebody else on the phone. In-N-Out Burger, by the way, is going to Tennessee, and they said they have
Keep on coming this way.
Oh, my God. I've never seen a fast food place I heard about from 30 people this week. Oh, my God, theater coming to Florida, theater coming to Florida.
Some people think it's overrated. I am not one of those people. I really enjoy In-N-Out Burger.
But they did say they have no plans to come to Florida, but they are opening in Tennessee. So if maybe you want to drive there, you could. I remember,
that's going to be our closest, right? That's going to be our closest option. Will be Tennessee.
Yeah, Jay, have you ever gone to In-N-Out Burger?
Just 2 weeks ago.
Really? Where?
Yes, sir. I was took a quick little vacay out to California.
Man, what a life!
And I went. We were in between. What was it? Yeah, Yosemite National Park and Sequoia National Park, and there was a In-N-Out Burger on the way.
First time?
Yeah, first time.
Was it?
Well, that wasn't your first time eating there.
Oh no! Oh wait, first time at the parks,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But the first time, no. Listen, I have an addiction to In-N-Out Burger.
Wow.
I lived in when I lived in Dallas. They had just opened one up there the last couple of years I was there. So I always got double animal style all the way. And
we're talking about the hamburgers now.
Yes, absolutely. I tell you, ever since anytime I get out west, whether it's Dallas or whether it's out in California or Vegas or what have you, mandatory on the list, In-N-Out Burger.
I've never heard people that rave so much about. I went last time I was in Vegas. I took my stepson.
Yeah,
it was just crazy.
And Greek was kind of like meh. He was just like, it's mediocre. I'm
not a big food guy.
So after, I know, but it's burgers and fries, but it's delicious.
Good.
After my wedding in Vegas, we did a little reception at the Cosmopolitan, and because that's where we were staying, and so we had our party in our room, and we went, my cousin and his buddy, and we ordered like 3 massive boxes of In-N-Out. Basically, it was catered by In-N-Out Burger. That's what we had there, and it's just like a little bar that we had going on. It was awesome. So yes, the CEO of In-N-Out Burger, her name is Lindsay Snyder, has announced that she's planning to move her family to Tennessee as a fast food chain establishes the corporate offices there.
Let's go.
Yeah, so they're putting, because I thought they said that our headquarters would never leave California.
But she's taken over since somebody passed away.
Yes, her grandfather founded the company nearly 80 years ago, and she said, yeah, I'm actually moving there. She was raised in Northern California, but now that they're moving to Tennessee, so's In-N-Out Burger.
Dom, excuse me. Jason, we have somebody else on hold?
Yeah, let's give Chris in West Palm a shot. Line 4. What's up, Chris?
What's going on, Penthouse? How y'all doing?
Doing good, Chris. How are you, buddy?
Oh, very well, kind sir. I just wanted to run the rules by Jason. I know he's been on the show, but you need to understand we're not on your morning show. This is Franny is the queen here now, so
She's the queen over there too, bud. Don't think for 1 second she's not.
there would never be no smack talk to Franny. I just want to make sure.
That I'll debate.
Thanks, Chris.
That's right, and the shoes you have to fill aren't that big because Dom sucks.
He only gets 25%.
That's right. You know what I mean? Unless you're laying on a hammock, you're doing a great job, Jason. Other than that, don't push your luck today, brother.
I appreciate you, bud, more than you know.
And I want to know, did you roll the red carpet out for Greek, and did you polish a statue when you came in today?
I did neither of those.
Oh, come on.
But he still seems happy. He still seems good,
Because I'm never breaking up with me.
Yeah.
Listen, Greek is Greek's best friend, okay? Let's just get that clear.
Yeah, brother, preach. Preach. You will never let you down. Greek 101.
See, this is why I follow Greek 24/7. He's never wrong. Last time Greek was wrong, he was mistaken.
Not wrong. 2 different things, right?
Chris, we love you.
By the way, outside.
I got to tell you, you and some girl in Pompano always lift my spirits.
Well, Greek, we're here for you, man. There's nothing else to do. It's like we go to work and we're happy. That's it, man.
Hey, you only live once, like Sinatra said. If you do it right, once is enough. And we do appreciate you, and I mean that sincerely. You're great to the show. You've always been a big fan. And again, we try to entertain every day. And I know I believe in the show 100%, and I think everybody involved does a fantastic job.
I have you know that I say happy good morning to people now just because of you.
That's nice.
You're rubbing off on him.
Yeah. Good. Last person I rubbed off on cost me $3,500.
It was free. Free for Chris.
Oh, God. Oh, God, man. I love you guys. Jason, remember what I said, man. I know what it's
Jason's doing everything to derail us. Believe me when I tell you. He's trying. There's a little competition between us, but it's not, you know what I mean? But it's like, he's like, I'm going to fix these guys today. I got this show. And I'm like, all right, okay, thanks for the help. And all of a sudden, we're like, what happened? Chris, we love you. We got to go to Benihana, though.
I mean, I guess, yep. Later, brother.
Bye, Chris.
Peace. It is the Penthouse on a great Thursday. Yes, Francis.
Oh, I did. What are you looking at? I wanted to get into something because
We got time.
because I know you're a bettor. Yes. Did you see this? And I don't think you're surprised that a quarter of sports bettors have missed bill payments over wagers that they have on bets. Sports betting is more popular than ever now, right? Because it's legal in 39 states and counting.
Mm-hmm.
So the American Gambling Association reported that Americans bet nearly $150 billion on sports. That was in 2024 alone. And that's just legal betting that we know of.
Yeah.
And they said because it's easy and there's an appeal to it. Putting a few dollars on a team, you can make the thrill of a victory that much better. Of course, the losses do sting a little more too. But according to this this new survey from U.S. News and World Report, they're saying that it also takes a big toll on our finances. So it wasn't a huge sample size, but they were asking about people who play sports bets in the last 6 months, about their betting and how it affects their financial health. So yeah, a quarter of those people said that they have been unable to pay a bill or two because of the bets they made.
Sure.
Some even bet their rent money on sporting events.
No doubt.
3 in 10 admitted they have debt because of gambling, with 51% owing $500 or more. And they said more than 15% have taken out personal loan to bankroll their wagers, and 12% have taken out high interest payday loans to cover them. So these numbers are showing, this is a problem. Could be a problem. You shouldn't go into debt when it comes to betting.
Another survey, and I was part of this, 8% of people said because of gambling they had to sleep with people and get paid. That's bad too.
It always goes back to that with you.
I'm just saying.
Always.
8%. Jay, you believe that stat, right?
Absolutely.
Always. But yeah, people get cash advances on their credit card so they can place bets. A lot of people say they worry that they can't control their gambling, and some actually, a small percentage, when you see how high these percentages are with problems, only 9% have said, yeah, we've gotten treatment for gambling addiction or reached out for it.
And if it reaches a problem like anything else, you should definitely get help. There's no doubt about it. But there's got to be a little bit responsibility.
Personal responsibility.
There's no deer hunter here. Nobody's putting a gun to your head to make you do it. So, I mean, that's what it is. And sports gambling was always big. It's just now that it's legal in 40 states that everybody's seeing these numbers. I'm not surprised by any of this and the numbers. And the numbers are going to continue to go up because every industry needs one thing to be really big and to get bigger and bigger. And this is what always helped the music industry is the young demographic. And sports gambling has it beyond belief. Not only young men, but young women too. So it's just going to keep going up more and more. And sports is 365 days a year. And we're approaching the biggest sports season of football. College and pro. People love it. And again, there's a lot of people that'll say, it's part of culture. Everybody bets on football, or something like that. But again, I said, I got text messages years ago with girls with outfits on or bikinis. Now I get them with the Hard Rock app. What do you think of this thing? And it cracks me up, but they're serious. And when you win, that's also the worst thing. Once you win, you got that taste, and you're like, wow. And then I hear people all the time say, hey, you know what? I could bet and I make what I do at my job. You know what I mean? And it's not a good thing.
You can also lose what you do at your job, too.
Of course, and nobody looks at that. But again, do everything within reason. Have fun with it. And it'd be like, whether it's drinking, that, or anything, if you do it within reason, it's going to be fun. But the gambling thing is only up, and it's not sliding off. It's just not. It is the Greek. It is Francis. It is Jason. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. I hope you guys are having a good day. And if you're working outside, please drink plenty of water. And also, this is for a lot of golfers out there. People say they don't realize it's so hot it could affect you. So take a break. And guess what? Get a lap dance. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the News Junkie.
Anonymous emails. Seizures can also come from other factors. It's called PNES.
Oh, penis?
Yes, it is actually penis. Somebody in my family dealt with penis, and after...
Believe that was your mom?
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
What the Florida is brought to you by Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather Injury Lawyers.